yourself. Welcome home to yourself. And welcome to this practice. Yoga Nidra. Allow a little soft hum to move through your body just so that you feel you have the sound vibrations moving through you and resonating through your bones and your flesh and your organs and right down into the earth beneath, so that the earth can feel that humans are resting and therefore unlikely to cause any more trouble. They're best off like that, resting on the earth, following the breath all the way down to the end of the exhale. Just watching what happens when all the breath goes out. And when all the breath goes out right the way to the end, to the very, very bottom of the breath, down there in the bottom of the breath, what is there? A little pause. All the way down to the bottom of the exhale. And come on in, home to yourself. And in that place of coming home, there isn't anything that needs to be done. There is nowhere that you need to be going. There is nothing that needs to be achieved. Just to be here is more than enough, and you don't even need to pay any attention to what is being said. Simply to notice at the end of every breath that goes out, how it is to settle down there in that place of the winter time of the breath, where it looks like nothing's going on, but everything comes out of that creative void, and as the next breath comes in, it's like the spring, arriving with the inhalation, tender, sweet, vulnerable, all the way in that inhalation, right the way up to the height of the inhalation, as you could come to the full summer time of the breath. Luscious, blooming, full breath in, and then as the breath begins to turn, just as it is now, following the end of that exhaling breath, lead you through the autumn and down into the winter time, because down there in the winter time there's nothing to be done. At the end of the exhale, be in the winter time of the breath. Welcome the spring and the summer of the full breath in, and notice the turning time, the falling, the autumn, the exhaling, the movement out, the letting go. And feel the full 4 seasons in every breath, effortlessly, as if that cyclical turning of the seasons of the breath were unfolding all by herself, and the body was being breathed by the breath, moved by the cycles, turned. Effortlessly allowing that breath to settle so that the physical body comes into a state of even deeper stillness and rest. And in that place, know that there's no need to move, but that if the desire to move arises, simply watch it, it'll probably pass. But if it doesn't pass, simply notice what's being called for, and if there is movement that's called for, then do, by all means, move with awareness in order to settle back into stillness. So that in that place of stillness, at the end of every exhale, in the winter time of the breath, could let the awareness settle down deep inside, perhaps deep in down to the deep heart's core in the back of the bottom of the heart, Or maybe deep in down, deep in the pelvis, deep down in. Wherever feels as if the end of the exhale rests the awareness in the place of deep and inner knowing, a divine intuitive space of Yoga Nidra, in which all that's needed is simply to hold an awareness that there is space to hear the intuitive voice, to feel the sense of what is unfolding right now for you. Wherever that is inside, let the awareness settle in that place, and simply to be there is enough. And then setting the awareness free now to wander through the land of the body with a pilgrim reverence, as if moving through the whole of the sacred land of the body, for every part of the body is sacred. And set the awareness free to travel to each part, bringing the light of conscious awareness and a welcome. Every part of the body is sacred. Every part of you is welcome. Travel that land of the body, starting in the little valley between the eyebrows, as if resting in that place, and letting that pilgrim awareness travel down to the space between the collarbones and over to the left shoulder and the elbow and the wrist, visiting each part in turn with loving reverence and welcome. Left thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger. In through, back through the palm and the wrist and the elbow and the left shoulder. Carry the awareness now sweetly with welcome back to the space between the collarbones and all the way over to the right shoulder, elbow and wrist. All the way down to the tip of the thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger. In through the palm and the wrist, the elbow and the shoulder, and from that right shoulder back to the space between the collarbones, as if now both arms were held with reverence and welcome in the light of conscious awareness that travels sweetly through the land of the body, between the collarbones, down behind the breastbone, behind the left breast and back behind the breastbone, behind the right breast and back behind the breastbone. Let that awareness travel down in behind the little mound of the belly, behind the navel, into the pelvis and over to the left hip, knee, ankle, big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe. All the way through and up, through the left ankle, knee and hip, back inside the pelvis and over. Right hip, knee, ankle, in through to the big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe. All the way up and through. Inside the ankle, the knee and the hip, and back to fill the whole of the pelvis with a sweet reverence of welcome and love. Both legs, all the way to the feet, the whole of the pelvis, the whole of the lower lands of the body welcomed with love and sweetness and reverence all the way up, filling the whole of the pelvis with this sweet, reverent light of conscious awareness, and then inside the belly and up inside the whole of the chest and up inside the whole of the throat and inside the whole of the head, welcoming all sensations as they arise in the whole of the land of the body. And from the crown of the head now surveying, feeling the whole of the physical body, the land of the body resting on the earth herself, one and the same. Earth, on earth, in earth, of earth, through earth, settled. Back inside the throat. And come on in home to the deep heart's core, settling the awareness into the space, the back, the bottom, middle of the breastbone, right in there. And the deep heart's core, in the heart space, let the awareness settle. Welcome home to yourself. Welcome to the state of awareness, which is Yoga Nidra. Feeling that openness of awareness. The possibility to welcome all that arises. Feeling the weight of the body settled into the earth beneath and all along the back of the body or the base of the body, where the body meets the earth. Feel the heaviness there, welcomed. Every exhalation, feel that. As if the weight of the body is welcomed home. You are never too much for her. The whole of the weight of you welcomed, welcomed, welcomed home. Every exhale. Feel how the weight of the body settles right down into that welcome which the earth gives to you. You have every right to be here. She holds that weight. And at the end of every exhalation, feel that weight welcomed. And then perhaps at the height of every inhalation, feel the space around the body, around the upper part of the body, the light and the space and the air. And feel into that sense of lightness and spaciousness and welcome that in. And then exhale and feel the heaviness that holds the back of the body settling right down. As if on the inhalation there could be awareness of the sky and the space above, on the front of the body, on the upper parts of the body. And on the exhalation there could be this sense of settling right down with such a deep welcome into the earth. Breathing between those two different awarenesses, the space and the air of the sky, great Father sky up above, and the presence of the welcoming earth beneath. Breathing between the two with every round of breath. Breathing between two welcomes as if the exhale welcomes you home to the earth and the inhale welcomes all of that spaciousness, just to kiss the upper parts of the body, front of the body, spaciousness welcomed on the inhale and your weight welcomed on the exhale. And then in openness of awareness, in that space of awareness, which is Yoga Nidra, welcome both. Welcome all that arises as phenomena simply arising and dissolving in awareness. Welcome the heaviness and the spaciousness. Welcome the earth beneath and the space and the sky above. How is that to welcome both those in at the same time, being at the space, the place, the point where earth meets sky, where the spaciousness meets the earth beneath, where the father sky kisses the mother earth. Be in that space. There is no gap between. To be human is to embody that union here on the earth, the space and the air above. Welcome both. Be here now in the space of awareness, which is Yoga Nidra. And then letting that awareness go and letting all of this go. Simply feel the breath coming through the whole of the body. And feel how the sound of the breath and the movement of the breath are present and effortless, as if the whole of each cycle of breath were like an entire day. In the cycle of the breath, each breath that comes in, like a little dawning light coming in. Each breath that goes out, settling into the evening time of the breath and feeling at the end of that exhale deep in the night time of the breath of sleep. And breath that comes in like the dawning light. And the fullness of the inhale like the middle of the day, and the parting breath like the afternoon heading into the evening and down into the night time, and feel a full cycle of every day and every breath effortlessly unfolding through you as the breath moves and gets a little louder, and you begin to feel into how it would be to welcome the call of the heart. And simply to say yes. So how would that be? To hear and to say yes. What kind of a shape would life be if that was a yes? How would it smell? What would it feel like? What would it be like to say yes to the heart? And maybe in that little space to feel how life might look if that was a yes. And perhaps now simply just to breathe a little louder and to feel hovering on the edges of coming back towards the end of this practice now, just to feel whatever it is right now, right here, that brings joy and delight into your life, whatever that might be, however tiny or huge, whatever it is that brings joy and delight. Now welcome that into wherever in the body has the warmest welcome for joy. So whatever place or person, whatever plant or creature, whatever it is that brings the joy, welcome that into wherever in the body has the warmest welcome for that delight. And simply breathe so that you can soak it all up with a big smile, as if inside that joy was spreading all around you. You could simply savour it right the way down to the fingertips and the toes as they begin to wriggle and to move. Breathing into that, embodying it, tasting it, smelling it, taking a great big yawn and preparing simply to settle into wherever it is going to head to next. This practice of Yoga Nidra is now complete. Thank you for listening.